Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you are having a blessed day because I know we had a blessed weekend, didn't we? Because the Sussex is were outside and they were happy and they were feeding us, weren't they? There were so many interesting memes and articles that were written and videos that were put out. Thank you, Matt, for that. And thank goodness for Beyonce because it took somebody like an icon like Beyonce to bring Meghan out. And boy, was she out. We were fed, honey. We were fed, and it was all so good. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, I am going to talk about, of course, Meghan and Harry tonight. I'm going to talk about Diana Ross, Beyonce. I'll be talking about Nicole Avant. I'll tell you who she is in a bit. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to read a couple of articles and I'm going to compare and contrast. So let's start with this first clip that I have. And I think I talked about this on my previous video. This picture, this infamous picture of Harry, Mama Doria, Meghan, and Abigail Spencer. The media went wild with this picture of Harry, claiming that he was upset, he was frustrated, and he didn't want to be at the Beyonce picture. I mean, the Beyonce Renaissance concert with his lovely wife and his lovely mother-in-law. But we all know what the story is about, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Let me read this article. I hate to start my video out on a not so happy note, but I don't mind because although the British media was putting out a bad narrative, we all saw a wonderful narrative over the weekend. So let me start. So this article was by the Daily Fail. It says King Leo over Queen Bee any day. Solo Harry looks ecstatic watching Messy days after cutting a board figure at Beyonce's concert as Meghan stays away from LA game despite being on the guest list. Now, the British media has been able to get away with this type of stuff for over 7 years. I mean, I don't know what was going on previously because I didn't monitor the British media the way I'm monitoring them now. But since I've been monitoring them, and that's when Meghan, let me slow down. I am stumbling over my words. That is when Meghan stepped onto the scene. But wonderful Matt, oh, now I have a brain freeze. I can't remember Max or Matt's Twitter handle, but I'll give you that information in a bit. Although the people on Salty Island tried to push this narrative, because remember, they tried to say that Meghan and Harry are going through some issues with their marriage, something that they created, right? And they created that narrative because it was projection. Because we all know who is likely or allegedly having problems in their marriage. So they are putting it out there that Meghan and Harry are having problems so that we're not talking about the other couple. But as I stated, Matt came out with receipts at the Beyonce Renaissance concert. And I have those videos. Although I've shown them before, let me show them again because I can't watch them enough. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one, get them all. You're the one, all I know. And I need to make everything dance. Oh, that's his name, Matt at That's So Classy. He had me cracking up when he said, or you can see the title on there or the subtitle while Harry is holding Meghan's hand and, leaning over to get himself a drink. He like, hold up, wait a minute. Let me get me a drink in between this before I get back to this. Yes. I enjoyed that video. Even when Harry was doing the stanky leg with his legs, that's a papa dance. But, although it's a papa dance, I love Harry and I love Meghan, and it was lovely to see. So, Matt reigned all over the British press's parade. And I love to see it. But the British media, being who they are, they pushed back and they continue to print negative articles stating that Harry was unhappy at the Beyonce concert and saying that he was happier at the football game that he attended between Miami and LA. And I'll talk about that in a bit. Although the receipts are out there because they know that people of a certain age or people who don't really have social media, but they read the articles, they would believe that nonsense. But Meghan was like, you guys are pushing that nonsense out there about my marriage and about having problems with me being outside, shaking a tail feather, and my husband and I enjoying ourselves. Listen here, this is what I'm going to do. Meghan said, y'all got so much to say. Let me show up at Beyonce's Renaissance concert again. And Meghan, the good sis, blessed us again because she showed up at Beyonce's birthday bash during her Renaissance concert on Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure which day she actually appeared, but I do know Beyonce's birthday is on September 4th, which was yesterday. And not only did Meghan show up, this time she took pictures with Kelly Rowland and Kerry Washington. When I woke up this morning, this picture that you see on my video was splattered everywhere. Meghan took one picture and she sent social media, rags, and shows ablaze. So that's Meghan, Kelly Rowland in the middle, and Kerry Washington, if you would like to know. Now, I went on Twitter and I saw that a squatty, I don't like to show their name because I don't want the derangers to go on to their X account that used to be Twitter and harass them. So I have chosen not to show their faces or their Twitter account or their handle. But this person said, I am so glad she got out that beans on toast jail. So am I, Squatty. I am so happy that she is out. Look at those ladies. They look beautiful. They look hydrated. They look happy because the glow is coming from inside and is making its way outside, and you see it. They look so youthful. And that is why people are upset. Now, Meghan didn't just meet Kelly Rowland and Kerry Washington. Here is a picture of Meghan previously, before she met Harry, with Kerry Washington. And here is a picture of Meghan previously, before she met Harry, with Kelly Rowland. So Meghan, she's been knowing people before she met Harry. Do not believe the narrative that the British media is spewing, stating that Meghan was a nobody before she met Harry and she's only using Harry so to upgrade her brand. Although I love Harry, but I think it's the other way around. I really do. Because Meghan, my girl, she's got connections and it's apparent. Now, Meghan and Harry wasn't the only two people that was outside. Mama Doria, she celebrated her birthday this weekend too, because she showed up and showed out on Friday. And she also showed up and showed out again on Beyonce's birthday celebration. Now, there was a video that was out, but I can't show that video because attached to that video were explicit lyrics. And I found that YouTube is preventing my watch hours from increasing for numerous reasons. So I'm trying to be a good girl so that my watch hours would increase. But Mama Doria was out doing her thing. And if you would like to see the video, you can go on any platform and just Google Doria Ragland at Beyonce's concert. And I'm sure numerous videos will pop up because that's all I had to do. And there were so many people who, had a copy of the video. It didn't take much for me to find it. But Mama Doria was celebrating her 67th birthday like she was supposed to. And not only was Meghan seen with Kerry Washington and Kelly Rowland, she was also seen with the CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos, and his wife, Nicole Avant. Now, you may not know who Nicole Avant is. Nicole Avant is the daughter of the Black Godfather, and his name is Clarence Avant. I'm sorry, the late Clarence Avant, because he recently passed away. He was in his 90s. But her father is an icon. They have his documentary on Netflix, and you should check it out. This man, oh, he has supported so many people, politicians, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, people who are in sports, uh, Jim Brown, and that other person. Oh, you guys are going to be mad because I can't think of his name, but he was the person who surpassed Babe Ruth's score in baseball. Clarence Avant helped him get his first sponsor, Pepsi sponsor, and he has helped so many celebrities. Look that up. He even helped Don Cornelius on Soul Train. All of that is in his documentary. It's on Netflix, the Black Godfather. So Meghan is in good company, and I love to see it for my girl. And here is a close-up picture of Meghan and Ted and Nicole. And Tyler Perry was also there. And I'm sure he was looking up or looking out in the crowd and seeing Meghan having a good time? And he said, I'm sure, I applaud that. And I think we are all applauding that. So let's keep this going. So it was Beyonce's birthday, and Diana Ross showed up and showed out looking beautiful for Beyonce's birthday. But Diana Ross has been there for Beyonce for quite some time. I have a video of Diana Ross, Shade. This woman is Shady. Actually, I'll let you see the video.
What do you think of well, they're not really young kids, but young performers that are out there now? So many of them who idolized you on the way up, like Britney and J-Lo and Jessica, those girls.
Well, you know, I really do think that a lot of them are going to have some longevity. Some I can see, like the other night I was at the Carousel Ball, and I must say that I just had such admiration for Beyonce. Boy, what type she is. Beautiful. Wonderful person. Just beautiful, beautiful, and she was there with her mother, and I could see that she's got good foundation. So I know that when I say have legs, she's going to be lasting and be here. And those things are really important, that she seems to have the mentors necessary and the background with the parents there. And also, Halle Berry was there, and she said wonderful things on the stage. I heard her say things. I don't know her very well, but she said beautiful things. So I know that there are some wonderful girls in the industry that are going to be here and make me proud. I feel like, in a sense, that I have been a trailblazer. Hopefully I've done and said good things. And we got some good girls.
Now, they brought up Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, and Jennifer Lopez, and Diana Ross said, let me talk to you about Beyonce and Halle Berry, because we're not talking about them. I love the shade. I love her for that. But keeping this going, so that was Diana Ross supporting Beyonce and Halle Berry. I think this was over 10 years ago. Maybe it was almost 20 years ago. And Beyonce showed up for Diana Ross's birthday also, singing for her. I'll let you see that video.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Ross.
And of course, Miss Ross, the icon, she had to return the favor this weekend. One moment, please. Oh, Beyonce looks so happy. Now watch Diana Ross sing happy birthday to Beyonce.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. You are so amazing. This is delicious.
there would be no me.
The legendary Diana Ross, and I love to see it. It was nothing but love this weekend. Nothing but love. So of course I went on Twitter. I haven't been getting much sleep late as of late. And there was a squatty who tweeted, the British media said that Meghan should honor the Queen this week. She did it twice. Why is the media still upset? The Duchess celebrated the Queen 2 effing times. I love the shade. I live for the shade. And then another squatty said, Meghan Markle breathes the UK. Boom. You see the picture on there? And this is the truth. Meghan Markle, she can't show her face. She can't say anything. You can't mention her name. If you say anything, it's just like this woman committed a crime. But although, everybody else is being salty and they're chewing on lemons and they're upset because they know Meghan is beautiful. They know that she is inspirational. They know her power. They know her glow. They know what she's able to give. They are bitter. They are unhappy because they are losing the narrative. But, the squatties, we were out. We are happy. We are well fed. We are dancing and we are cheering for the Sussexes. Yes, we come together to support the Sussexes, and that's the way it should be. Now, Meghan was out. First, they started out on Friday, Harry and Meghan together, and then Harry decided, well, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but Harry attended the soccer or football game by himself, and then Meghan attended Beyonce's birthday party by herself. But we have already gone over the birthday party. So let's look at these handsome pictures of Harry at the football game. That's a nice picture also. Yes, so Harry was at the football game. He was excited to be there and he was having a good time. You know what? I actually have a video. There is a video of Harry. Let's see him in live action. Did you hear the love? Did you see the love and hear the love? They have support. People love them. Do not believe the narrative that's being spewed out there. They tried so hard to keep Harry and Meghan in the house. They tried so hard to prevent them from making money. They have tried so hard to have people turn their backs against him simply because Harry loves his wife and he left his extended family to protect his immediate family. They did everything possible so that Meghan would leave. And I know you've heard this multiple times, but they never thought Harry would leave. I'll let you hear it in his own words.
As well. And look, they always knew that my wife was going to leave because of the way that they were abusing her. But I think the most embarrassing thing is that I just decided to leave with her.
Do they think the intent was to make her to leave or to break her spirit so she would be easier to control?
I think both. I've never seen the level of abuse and harassment that I witnessed over my wife.
And I think we all can relate to what Harry is saying because I've never seen as much harassment and abuse in my life. I've never seen anyone harass and abuse someone the way that they are harassing and abusing Meghan without a consequence, without consequences. They're doing it in the open, bullying, harassing, gaslighting, smearing in the open. And no one, well, on Salty Island is saying anything. So I'm so happy that they are in America. I am so happy that Harry decided to leave with his wife and protect his wife and his children. This man, Benjamin Ryan, July 18th, 2022, said, hating Meghan Markle is a $1 billion industry. It would never stop. Too many people make a living off of it. So we we need to come together and prevent people from making money off of hating Meghan. If you pay attention, you would see that on social media, people who dislike Meghan and are monetized from spreading lies about Meghan are getting the most views. They are making a lot of money. There are people who are silent, who would rather listen to the lies and the constant bullying and harassment of a woman who told you that because of the elevated harassment she received when she was a senior working royal, that it impacted her mental state. And it seemed like, I'm not sure, but my perception that when she made that comment, they pushed even harder. So you know what that means. If you know, you know. Remember Princess Diana? That's all I'm going to say about that. So I was on social media today, and I tell you, there's some crazy stuff that's going on, and it's been going on ever since Meghan, ever since they introduced or announced that Meghan was dating Harry. But it's crazy. I try to ignore it, but then I see some things, and I'm like, I cannot believe people really. But anyway, let me see. So there was a deranger in the picture of Meghan, Kelly Rowland, and Kerry Washington. They're saying that Meghan is a social climber, and she pretty much begged Kelly Rowland and Kerry Washington to take a picture because you can see it in her eyes. They said Kerry Washington pupils, Kelly Rowland's pupil, Meghan Markle's pupil, same lighting, different pupil size. They're saying that Meghan's Markle's pupils were really big because she was excited to be around A-listers because she has never been around A-listers. And she's only doing it for attention. And she knew that the pictures that she took with them would get her name, or, they would write about it in the papers. And I only know this because of the comments that was under that particular tweet that I'm not going to show because it's something else. But here's another deranger. They are now looking at the excitement in her eyes. They're looking at the flirty over the shoulder look, the signature Tig girl pose, and the confident symmetric smile. She's showing up for the camera, and she's attention seeker. She's a social climber. No, she's not other thing. She's not any of those things. That's your perception of her because her glow from the inside is coming out. She's shining. You can't get enough of her. She's beautiful. She's rich. She's famous. And you want to be her. You wish that you were beside Harry. and not this biracial American woman. And the H word, the HATE, is so strong, and they are so upset to see Harry and Meghan so happy that they brought the children in it. This was an article written yesterday. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle's upbringing. Oh, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's upbringing of children could leave them confused. Leave the kids out of it. But they knew they had to do something. They had to go under the dirt. They're not just scraping the bottom. They are under the bottom. They are underneath the bottom. They had to even go lower. That's how their HATE is embedded. So a squatty said Meghan Markle at Beyonce's tour last night with Kelly Rowland and Kerry Washington. Okay, so it was it was last night, it was yesterday on a Monday. Her happiness triggers the haters. And he was not lying, because look at what the person said under his tweet. How come all three of these Africans look white? Is they trying to appropriate whiteness? Is they trying to appropriate whiteness? First of all, this sounds like somebody that's under 18, but you never know, because I've seen things crazier than this. So while they are bashing Harry and Meghan, piling on all of the nonsense, Charles and William are expected to entertain this man in the middle. This man has been accused of allegedly killing a journalist because he didn't like what he was saying. The journalist was found dismembered. And also his own brother. Currently, yesterday, actually, I read an article about him. Allegedly, his brother is up for killing because his brother allegedly said something on social media that he disliked. So these are the type of people that King Charles and William are associating themselves with, but nobody is talking about that. They might throw an article out there, but then they're going to sweep it under the rug. They're going to get rid of it. They're going to write the article just in case something comes up that they can say, okay, I have proof an article was written, but then they'll hide it so it's difficult to find. Now, while they're doing that, the British media is going to be talking about Harry and Meghan and spreading this truth about them. Multiple articles daily. And then bring their children into it because they want to hurt them. They want to impact their mental state in a negative way. But I'm so happy to know that Harry and Meghan, now I don't know what's going on in their homes, but when I see them in public, they seem to not care. Harry is always watching. He's got the eagle eyes. He's the protector because he was a serviceman. But Meghan, she seems to be like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to pay attention to what they're saying to me. I have children and I have things to do. Now, this article was written in Glamour by Lucy Morgan on September 4th, and she described it best. The title of the article is, Why Couldn't We Just Let Meghan Markle Dance in Peace at Beyonce's Concert? Now, before I start, let me wash my glasses because my glasses are foggy. Okay, that's better. Let me start. What did Meghan Markle ever do to you? I often wonder as I scroll through social media, soaking up the increasingly ludicrous Markle hate that flourishes online. The Duchess of Sussex is often in the British public bad books, whether she's cradling her baby bump, apparently no other pregnant woman has ever done this, or speaking up against the R word in the monarchy. Her latest crime, dancing at a Beyonce concert. No, seriously. In case you missed it, understandable. Meghan Markle and her husband, Prince Harry, were spotted having a boogie at Beyonce's Renaissance show in Los Angeles last Friday. TikTok user at That's Classy, go check him out on TikTok and Twitter. He is funny. Also shared a reel of Markle dancing to Diva wearing a silver sequin skirt, per Beyonce's silver dress code, and a sleeveless white top. Markle was one of the thousands having a dance in the arena, but the mere suggestion that she appeared to be having a good time was enough to send some spectators spiraling. One person had the nerve to tweet, "Nothing's wrong with dancing and having fun at a concert, but I feel like everything this fraud Meghan Markle does has a motive. Even her dancing, even her dancing is screaming, 'Look at me. I wasn't at Taylor's concert, but I'm here.'" Another added, "She looks ridiculous. She really is in love with herself." No, of course, well, she is in love with herself, as everyone should be in love with themselves. But you see a woman who is glowing and beautiful and pretty much have everything that you want, and you are HATING. And that's not Megan's fault. That's your problem. You have birds of a feather flock together. And like they said, the smear accounts are getting the most clicks. There are a lot of miserable people, but I digress. Let me finish with this article. And look, to a certain very limited extent, I get it. It's hard to see other people living your dreams, especially when those dreams consist of marrying a prince, wearing designer clothes, and being invited to the Beyonce concerts. But as someone who can't dance in public before 3 tequilas, it enrages me to see people posting these bitter, bad faith takes about Markle. If we are not admiring her move or her styles, I reckon we should be taking notes about how Markle's maintains such an iconic air of unbotheredness while she knows the rest of the world is scrutinizing her every move. Apologies in advance for bringing up the comparisons between Markle and her sister-in-law, Kate Middleton. But this is yet another example of the disparities between how they are received by the British public. Just last week, a video of the Princess of Wales being a shy dancer went through the rounds on TikTok. "Kate dancing is so sweet," wrote one fan, but another pointed out, "Pretty sure she'd be judged by the press and other royals if she danced anything but shy." Yet, they got a point. The comparisons between Kate and Meghan may feel tiring, but they are important. Through their dance move alone, the former is characterized as sweet, while the latter is slammed as self-obsessed. As the critics will insist over and over again, this isn't solely due to skin color. Kate embraced her role within the British monarchy, while Meghan, in the face of our hostility, eventually rejected it. But as Glamour's Sheila Momona previously wrote in 2022, even Meghan Markle's privilege as a white passing, successful, rich woman can't save her from our bias and gaslighting. 6 months later, it appears nothing has changed. Before I move forward, let me say this. Meghan has never passed as white passing. Now I'll continue. For all her fans, Meghan Markle, like most famous people, will never be universally adored, and that's okay. You may resent her for living a seemingly swish life in LA, for speaking about her experiences on numerous documentaries and podcasts, but at some point, you actually just have to let her live. And if there's no better time than the present, there's no better place than a Beyonce concert. And that's how I'm going to end my podcast. If you enjoyed my video, please like, share, or subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, peace.
Are you feeling love instinctively? Round and round and turning me. I feel like I